Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's me, Miss T. I'm here to help you with your worksheet for today. And in order to complete that, of course, you need to know the difference between biological, cognitive, and socio-emotional when you're filling in the sheet. It's going to ask you to categorize each of the developmental processes under biological, cognitive, or socio-emotional. So you need to know what those are in order to complete the worksheet. So biological has to do with the study of living organisms, things to do with morphology, physiology. So it basically means your body and how it grows. Cognitive has to do with any mental action or process of acquiring knowledge or understanding. So, having to do with thoughts, experiences, the senses, creating memories, creating knowledge and understanding. So, if it has to do with the mind, it's cognitive. And then socio-emotional means an individual's emotions and how they relate to other people and how they relate to society as a whole. So when you're thinking about how people develop, we're thinking about biological or like physical development. We're thinking about cognitive, having to do with the mind and knowledge acquisition. And then finally, socio-emotional has to do with emotions and relationships. So that's sort of like the easy way to think of it. So I'm just going to show you now the readings that I'm going to ask you to do, which is under content. So click content and then just scroll down to unit 1. And then you can click on lesson 2, and that's where you're going to find your readings. So the first one is called Tutu Brothers. So you'll read that article and sort of case study. And then you're going to click on this developmental processes reading and read that as well. So this one, I always like to maximize it like this. And it just sort of it will take you through the developmental processes of a human being as they grow up from sort of infant stage all the way up to later adulthood. So that's where you will find those readings. And conveniently, I have also linked them in today's news feed so you can see them. I just have to bring it up. 1 second. So on today's news feed, you'll see all of these links will take you where you need to go to find those things as well, just for your convenience. But if you are accessing this a few days later, you would possibly need to go to content 2 and then unit 1, lesson 2 in order to access the readings and the worksheet itself. So once you have done your readings and you've read the article and you've read the PowerPoint, you are going to do the developmental processes worksheet, which is here, and it's a Google Doc. So all you have to do is open up that doc, and 1 second, I'm going to have to put it in the other here. So once you've got your doc open, you can see the B obviously means biological, C means cognitive, and S means socio-emotional. And once you've read through that PowerPoint, you're going to be able to categorize the different developmental processes into one of those 3 categories. So the first section is completed for you. So in the prenatal period, the biological processes that we see is single cell organism to a full organism, hearing, sight, taste, sucking. So you can see any of those physical developmental processes I'm putting under biological. C is going to be the brain development. So how does the prenatal brain develop? What is the child learning? And then the last one, socio-emotional, is a strong development of a connection with the mother, and that happens even before birth. So this is basically how it's done. Of course, you will add more detail to yours. I'm just putting a couple of examples to sort of get you started, and you also might wish to add more detail even to this prenatal period if you feel that something has been left out or needs to be clarified. Like C, for example, probably we could write something a little bit more detailed than just brain development. How does the brain develop? So you can go ahead and complete this worksheet whenever you are ready. And of course, you have to make a copy of it before you can edit. So once you've made that copy and you have your own, I would like you to download a PDF to submit. So when I'm done, I'm going to say download PDF. And I'm going to download it. Of course, when you're saving it, try and put your last name just so it doesn't get mixed up with other things and you won't submit the wrong file that way. And then when you are ready, you are going to log on to the assignments page, which I'm going to bring up now and just sort of show you. Sorry, it'll just take me a second because I have to go into student view. So when you are ready, you are going to be submitting it to the worksheet a little slow here, to the worksheet Dropbox. So when you are ready, once you've got your PDF downloaded, all you have to do is click add a file, and then of course you will attach your PDF file and hit submit. So that's what you'll do when you're done. So because you are submitting a PDF, you obviously don't have to worry about permissions or anything like that. So that's basically what you are completing today. If you have any questions, do let me know, but it is pretty straightforward. So basically, you're just going to sort of review with yourself what biological, cognitive, and socio-emotional means, and then you are going to complete the worksheet and categorize the different processes of development that you read in the PowerPoint into one of those three categories. And when you have completed your worksheet, you're going to submit it to the Dropbox as a PDF, just to summarize. So that's basically what we're doing. Reminder that we do have a lesson on Monday, and the time will be posted in our news feed. And I will see you all there on the Zoom. Okay, good luck, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I can be reached by email.